Granny, tell us what happened while you were at the greenhouse.
What happened was...
Welcome to Plain Living. My name is Kim, and today we've got another garden vlog. I started the day off by baking my 2 mini loaves of sourdough so that we'll have something to go with our lunch when we get to Granny's house. All right, here we go. We got our sourdough made. We got a couple of morning chores done, and we are gonna get on the road to Granny's house for garden day. I've got my computer in case we do some work, my Rubik's Cube, just cause I'm a nerd. Got my Stanley so I don't get dehydrated. And Lily's got our sourdough that we made for lunch today. We're gonna take and share. Today, we're hoping to get all of our seeds planted in the garden, things that are direct sown. So hopefully we'll get in beans, corn, cucumbers, squash, peas. What else am I missing? Carrots, onions, those things that you don't have to start inside. We've been trying to do this for several weeks now. Now it's like we can't find a good time and the forecast keeps being wrong. Let's hope that today is the day. I really would like to do like a chatty garden vlog thing while I drive, but I don't have a phone holder. And a few weeks ago, I got pulled over and got a ticket for touching my phone. Scott's truck has a specific mount that kind of like fits into a hole in his dash, and it's super sturdy and strong. So does anybody have a good recommendation for an iPhone mount for a Honda Odyssey van? We made it. We put Samson in the back. Leah is propagating some plants. She tried to kill Mom's plants.
I did not. What are you doing?
I'm just kidding. This is what it's supposed to look like. And this is the sad one that she is reviving.
Listen, it looked so terrible because Mom didn't know what kind of plant it was, so she was taking care of it like it was a different sort of plant.
Oh.
So we'll see how it looks.
Now you know. Mom's gonna cut the sourdough so we can taste test it. I looked it up, and you have to use like TikTok or get another app to be able to do it.
Yeah.
I should have gotten the pad and cutting paper. That slices really well.
Look how pretty it is. Got it.
You want some butter?
Yes.
Let me get a knife.
It better be salted.
The salted butter?
Alright, this is not allowing me to cut it all down.
Just tear it, it's okay. Well, I had to buy some a couple months ago because Kroger had 0 salted butter in their store.
Oh, wow. It really does not taste as good.
Is it so good?
It's the smell that hits your nose before you ever put it in your
Doesn't
mouth.
it smell so delicious? Oh.
Kim, we need to make a reel of Granny. She is a good tasting model.
Because and all.
No, you just love to taste something on film, and you're good at it.
Scott always makes fun of me because he says I make reactions before I taste the food.
It's the smell, right?
Yeah.
It's the smell. Smelling is the bigger part of taste than tasting.
Here, will you butter me up?
Ooh, well, I'll butter you up. Butter you up, make me some more bread.
Oh no, Kim, this is another thing that you've made a mistake in making.
I know.
Latasha had fresh bread last night, and she got it out and showed it to me, and then put it away. And then told me how they just slather it with butter and eat it.
I'm leaving that in the vlog, so she'll see it. I don't know if she watches my videos, but Latasha, we're offended.
Okay. You're not important, Kim.
Oh, you're right.
Just kidding.
Let me tell you one of my sourdough pet peeves. Do y'all ever watch sourdough videos on the internet?
I used to when I was trying to do sourdough.
So people,
so good.
They'll take their loaf out of the oven, and first of all, the bread keeps cooking after it comes out of the oven, so you're supposed to let it cool off some, which sometimes I don't wait.
You're not supposed to eat it immediately?
Sometimes I'm like, I want a hot piece of bread straight from the oven.
Exactly.
But like when you want to slice it for sandwiches, you let it cool off all the way, right? So people in the videos, they'll take it immediately out of the oven, they'll cut it straight in half, and then they'll pick one up like this, and with both hands, they squish it. And their crust is all like crispy and flaky, and they squish and I'm like, well, now it's not crispy and flaky anymore.
I thought they do that for like ASMR videos.
Maybe they do, but I don't even like crunchy. This has soft crust because I buttered it. I like the soft crust because you can't eat a sandwich on that crispy stuff. You have to like, yeah, you have to like rip it instead of just taking a bite.
I like it to destroy my mouth. That's how I like my bread crust.
Crunchy. Really crunchy.
This is so good. All right, are y'all gonna help plant the beans and squash? Okay, listen. We gotta have some rules, okay? First, we're gonna do the squash. And to plant the squash, we have to build a little mountain of dirt. And then everybody's gonna pick up one seed, and we'll show you where to put it, and you can plant it. But you have to build the mountain of dirt in the spot where we tell you. And then you have to wait for your seed. Can you follow those rules? Okay. When we're in the garden, we have to watch where we put our feet. If there's a plant growing, do you know what a plant is? It's the green things that come up out of the ground. We don't want to put our feet on the plants.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Our feet need to go on dirt.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're not going to come plant with us? Okay, y'all load up in your seat if you're going to go plant, and Granny will drive us to the garden. Here we go to the garden.
Here we go, loop-de-loo. Here we go, loop-de-loo.
Bump it up. All on a Wednesday afternoon.
Oh, Wednesday bride.
Bump it up and down in my little red Taurus. Bumping up and down in my little red Taurus. He's over here. Behind the peppers down here. All right, y'all go get our shovels so we can get to it.
Ready? I'm taking off.
All right, you can set our bowl of seeds down for a minute. Okay, according to our very detailed and sophisticated garden plan, we'll have 2 rows of zucchini and squash. Down here, that little pathway right there is the end of our peppers and tomatoes. And so everything on this half will have zucchini, squash.
Get both of the things and I'll be back in a minute.
All right, Seth. So we want to take, let me have that shovel to show you. A section probably about this big. Back up, Finn. So you see the square from our pathway over here? You see how I've got a square? We want to take everything in that square and kind of make it tall in the middle to make a little mound. So just kind of scoop it all to the center. You see how I'm doing that? And we don't want to pack that in. We want it to be nice and loose all the way around. Just go around our square.
This is my apple.
All right, we're not gonna smash it, but right on top, we're gonna smooth it out just a little so that we can put 3 squash plants on there.
I thought an apple.
So can you go down the row and make mounds like this? Let me draw lines for you so you know. Do you understand how to make the square so you know where to put them? I really just wanted to share with everybody how we talk through things with the kids and explain what we're doing and all of the instructions. And this allows them to participate with us and not ruin things, not mess things up. They're learning how to garden, but they're also helping us get a lot of work done. And it does take more time, but I think it's really worth it. Seth, you come do this one.
What's he? I don't know do that one.
You come help Zeke since y'all are both little. Samson, get out of the garden.
Where does it go to?
See this line?
Mm-hmm.
From that line all the way over to there where we were digging. Needs to go right in the middle of the square.
Mom,
Yeah, there you go.
they won't let me.
Get your shovel and come over here and help Zeke.
Okay. Get my shovel.
Okay. I'm really enjoying the garden this year because honestly, it's Mom's garden and we're doing it her way. And some of these things are not necessarily the way I would do it because we've kind of gotten maybe a little bit brainwashed by all of the YouTube organic gardening. You have to do it this certain way. This is the right way to do it or you're not healthy. And when it's mom's garden, I just do what she says, and I don't have to have that burden of, well, I didn't do it like so-and-so, or, oh no, this isn't perfectly how I want to do it. And that sounds like I'm not getting my way, but I'm actually really enjoying just doing what mom says. Okay, this is not how I usually do my squash. I usually just kind of have a squash patch, but we're doing rows so Dad can get his tractor down. And so what we're doing is we're digging mounds. Let's see if you can see this one good. So we'll put 3 seeds in the top of this one. And the goal is that they'll kind of grow out a little bit. And if we need to, we can remove some of them if we need room for the plant. And then most people don't trellis squash, but we might make a trellis either with cattle panels. What is it?
Is this a field?
No, bigger. Maybe with a cattle panel or even just a T-post that's stuck in the ground right here beside it. And just to help it stay up off the ground. And as it grows and starts to fruit, we can prune the lower branches and leaves, and it'll continue to grow. I've seen some really interesting videos about that. So maybe we've got a lot more squash space than what I thought. This already has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's probably going to be 10 mounds down each row, and there's either 3 or 4 rows that we can use.
Mom, I did 5 already.
Good, keep working. Y'all are doing a good job back there. These might be too close together for what Mom and Dad want, but Hat's getting on his mower to ride down here. So we'll get their opinion. We may just like wipe out every other mound or something. We'll see what their thoughts are. But it's good to crowd squash because they like cool roots. And when they grow up, their leaves will shade out all the roots around them if they're closer together. So we'll wait and see what Hat says. Here he comes on his lawnmower. Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, listen. I know you don't know that you broke the rule. Listen to me. I know that's dirt, and we're going to put our feet on the dirt, but we're also going to put plants on these hills. So even though there's not a plant right there right now, we're not going to put our feet on them, okay? No feet on the mountains. Got it?
I can't step over them if they're like that.
Well, you don't need to step over them. You just step right there where you and Finn are. There's a row. You see where Hat's tractor wheel went? And there's a little ditch. That's where your feet go.
I can't see good.
Oh, do we need to take you to the eye doctor?
There's the bugs going around in the
Oh, we need some bug spray, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get some bug spray so you can see where to put your feet, okay? Here comes Hat. Looks like he's going around to clean up the trash. And here comes Granny with, I don't know what she's got. Let's see.
All right, who's going with me to the gas station to get fuel?
Me!
This one. Because you're staying down here with your mom.
Granny's going to get gas. Maybe she'll vlog her adventure for us so we can add that in. Okay, well, before you leave, since we're digging, are you good with these mounds and spacing, or do we need to spread them out more? Let's experiment. Let's do a row this close, and the next row I'll do every other one, like twice as far apart.
That many squash seeds?
I don't know, but half of this is zucchini and half is squash. And I think there's
Zucchini needs room.
There's
Oh, you can tell us.
there's 2 rows, and the first half of each row is zucchini, and the second half of each is squash.
That's right.
So, okay.
Here we go, loop-de-loo. Here we go, loop-de-line. Here we go, loop-de-loo. Oh, little ones, they so bright. You put the car in drive. You push the pedal down. You put the car in drive. And drive all the way to town. We're not. We're going to the gas station. You know, the seeds get caught in your teeth and they hurt. That's the worst part of blackberry. Unlike hairs on a raspberry. that your mama doesn't like?
She wanted grapes because she thinks it looks like eyeballs.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Okay. The next time we have a family get together, I'll make some eyeballs.
If you finish that one, you can do the next row.
I don't fit on walking sides with too difficult. Just that one alone.
Do you remember what we're gonna plant here?
Thought.
And zucchini. Do you like squash?
I like squash casserole.
You like corn? You like squash casserole?
I like chicken casserole. Oh, you didn't know that?
Just don't turn sharp enough to miss that. That's better, ladder. Stop at the bus stop.
You don't like it.
Get in the bus. Put these seeds down, and you're going to poke them in like that, and then you're going to cover them up and pat it, okay? If I drop the 3 seeds right on top of each other, you're still going to move them and poke them in a triangle, okay? Got that?
Are y'all watching, boys? Watch how Lily does it so you know the right way.
I need that.
You'll do the next one.
Mom, can you go prestate me to that?
There you go.
Not too far. That's probably
You probably
too
only
deep.
want half your finger, not your whole
Yeah,
finger.
you want to go up to your knuckle.
I wouldn't bury those.
Take them back out?
Well, yeah.
Oh, just put a little bit of
Yeah,
sand in.
that way they're not as deep down.
Okay, just leave those. Let's go to the next mound and try again.
If you've got kids, you know how quickly and easily they can just destroy things in the garden. So we really just took our time, and it really made a difference to set our expectations ahead of time, to stop and take a moment to explain exactly what we were doing. And once they understood it, they were fine to be calm and stand back and take turns. And we didn't have to deal with all the usual things of them stepping on things or not doing it right or spilling seeds everywhere. And it really was just, honestly, it was just a pleasant day with all the kids participating. And there was no stress and there was no getting on to the kids. And I really attribute that to just those few minutes that we took to explain the rules and each step of the way. We need some Skin So Soft.
Too deep, Lily.
Where do we get that? Is that Avon or Mary
I
Kay?
have a bottle out in the... It's Avon.
We need to order like a year's supply for this summer.
For what?
It keeps the bugs away. Is it really anything special or is it just baby oil?
No, it's the scent of it, probably. This is the last one. Maddie's first trip to the greenhouse. Are you excited?
Yes.
All right, let's go see what they have. Go.
You need to take a picture of you too?
Sure. All right. Is that Pete with his side-by-side? So we just got here at the greenhouse for Maddie's first trip, and there is a lady with Alzheimer's that has walked away, and she's missing, and they're looking for her. What do you think so far? Come in this door right here. Look how big it is, man. This is your first trip to the greenhouse. I'll stop in just a minute. Look at this. Ooh, it's so hot in here. Wow. What do you think, Maddie? Get your stuff. Get the gloves too. Did you get the gloves on that?
Gloves?
Those gloves right there?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, we gotta pay for the gloves.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Those are for Ezekiel. She's the herb lady.
That's what she's doing at herb garden.
She is.
Awesome. Remember?
always pinch your basil. You don't want them to flower. You want to always pinch down to the node. Here, we already started pinching them just to keep them. So you go down, like here you would go down here if you're getting big, okay?
At the end of the season, do you let them seed out?
If you want to, yeah.
So you can collect the seeds?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, we're going to,
You know our number. It's 2268 for the box.
And he was having such a good time out on the tractor that I decided I would just go in and grab lunch and let him finish up doing his thing. And he spent several hours out here on the tractor this day. We came inside and cooled off and had lunch, and I forgot to vlog it, so let me see if there's any leftovers and I'll show you what we had. Okay, Leah made these chicken thighs. This doesn't look great because it's like the leftovers in the pot, but there was a whole pan of chicken thighs and they were delicious. There was some roasted squash and zucchini, also delicious. This like Olive Garden style salad. I picked out the olives and the pepperoncinis because that's gross, but you know, it's whatever. And then we had some sourdough bread with butter on it. And then Leah made these croissants and she heated them up in the oven, or actually the air fryer. And then she made a honeysuckle glaze, and that was fantastic. And then she made us espresso drinks. And now we're cooled off and sugared up, and we're going to head back out to the garden. Put my glasses on. I need my sunglasses. Mom left me in here. She took all the kids, and she was like, you better hurry up and come help. And then I stayed in here for a few more minutes because I was finishing my coffee. Sasha. Anyway, Samson doesn't want to stay in the yard when we're not out here. He keeps jumping the fence. So I better get back out here and help. Here he comes. It's a puppy dog.
One of those mountains.
Did he? Spin. Spin. Jump. Not on me.
Maddie and I went to Georgia Bluebird Greenhouse for her very first greenhouse trip, which is excellent because that place is humongous on the inside and probably like no greenhouse she has ever seen before. When we got there, at the road, there was a fire truck, a fire chief, and a sheriff's deputy. I didn't think anything about it. Maddie and I were looking around like, what's going on? Is there a fire? What are they looking for? Whatever. And we're pulling up in the driveway, and there's this lady standing there at the back of her car. Her car's open. She got all her plants in it. And we got out of the car, and she says, what'd she say? Have you seen an old lady, or have you seen my mom? And she was missing. So we're like, we haven't seen anybody. We didn't see anybody driving down from Lemon Road. So we go on up to we're walking up to the greenhouse, and one of the ladies that works there, the owner's mom, she comes talking to me, and she was like, there's a lady missing. Like, her daughter was in here buying plants, and she just got out of the car and walked off, and she has Alzheimer's. And the neighbors had gotten their side-by-sides out, and they were all looking. Well, as Maddie and I were kind of walking around in the outside part where their outdoor, like, hydrangeas and stuff are, more and more cars started showing up, right? There's probably, what, 10 or 12?
Yeah.
Emergency vehicles there. There was a ton of firefighters showed up. That's who was in the greenhouse. I know I saw 6 or 8 firefighters. Anyway, they were looking for her, and they brought a dog to search for her. So we got all of the herbs for Maddie's garden, the herb garden she's planting up by the shed, and we were checking out, and we heard somebody, the lady, as we were pulling, we bought some soil, and the guy that works there was pulling it out on a wagon for us. And we heard the lady say, they found her. She's at the Paulding County Sheriff's Office. So she had to leave the greenhouse and walk to Paulding County. So one way, she turned right out of the greenhouse, would have to be in 1.5 miles, 2 miles to get to Paulding County. To go the other way would have been just as far. So wherever she walked to, the Paulding County Sheriff's deputy stopped and picked her up and took her to their precinct over by y'all's house. So over.
Maybe she was tired of waiting. If I was left in the car that long, I'd probably get out and go somewhere too. I heard the sirens go by. I heard that it was like more than one, because you know the police and the ambulance have a different siren, and then the firefighters. I heard it all go by, just, you know, all within a minute or so of each other. And I was like, I wonder if I should be worried about Mom and Maddie, because it came
accident, some kind of
Yeah, it
accident.
came right by here, but then I was like, nah, I don't have to like panic. I don't need to worry about that. And then you sent me a picture of all the emergency vehicles. I was like, oh my word. Now I'm going to panic every time because y'all are in the middle of it. All right, Hat came out and he ended up making rows. I don't know if he did it on purpose necessarily, but there is like a little divot right here from the edge of the tiller that lines up perfectly with our tomatoes row. So that's going to be pole beans. Those are all of our mountain half runners. And then this one, kind of like the ridge of dirt that piled up. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. That's going to be our bush beans. We won't need trellises on those. No, I take that back. Pole beans, because we love pole beans and we need a lot of them. This row will be bush beans. And hey, Mom, we can probably do the bush beans like we did the peppers, where we stagger them. Because the row of peppers is wide like that anyway. And then Hat actually tilled us up an extra row up here. Samson is enjoying it because it's cool where he turned up all that dirt from underneath the surface. And this is going to be cucumbers and squashes, like butternut squash and pumpkins that we can trellis up. And that way they won't grow all out into the yard and into the garden. Okay, here is the expert tutorial on how to plant your pole beans.
You see this divot all the way down? Looks like a row, like the ground is lower.
Step 1, make a divot.
Okay. So I'm going to drop...
Step 2, take your shoes off.
I'm going to drop about 3 seeds down there. You're going to come by and cover the seeds. Not too deep, just cover them. Okay?
Step 3, scrunch your toes.
Okay, cover them. Good. Cover them. Good.
And that's all it takes, folks.
Cover them.
A bare foot and a divot.
Good. You sit these down.
Just a good.
Dad's got him a system up there planting his grass seed. He rolls a little bit and then tosses it out. Rolls a little bit and tosses it out.
Mom, I need the water.
You can drink some of mine, but don't get it all dirty. Okay, it's a garden break. Time to sit in the shade. I'm not really in the shade, but that's okay. Mom and Finn are in the shade. There's just this little, like, maybe 2 feet of shade up against the fence. Or as Malia calls it, the shadow, not the shade. We got a little hot out in the afternoon sun, bending over. Actually, we're gonna cool off for just a minute, and then we only have 1 row left. I'll show you. Okay, so this very last row up here at this top edge of the garden, we've got to plant our cucumbers and winter squash and pumpkins. And then, look, Hat's just doing the thing.
He's been doing his thing all day.
He's got him a good little system down.
He's throwing grass seed and fertilizer.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh my word, we're not done. We still have a whole other garden to plant. We got corn and onions and carrots and I don't even remember what all goes down there. My garden plan got wet. I hope it's not all washed away.